welcome to MandoBug Crafts, episode 14. I am MandoBug, also known as Amanda. Welcome, new viewers, and if you're coming back, hey, thanks, appreciate it. So, this episode, I'm gonna start with a combination mix. So normally it's just something I've learned, but I'm gonna tie it into finished objects. Yeah, starting out with them. What? That's because what I learned this week has to do with one of my finished objects, so I'll go ahead and share right now. So, this has been a work in progress forever, and I'm so glad it's off the needles. Can you guess what it is? Yeah, it was my Los Lirios shawl. Ball! I mean, I'm happy with it. Here it is. Except for the bind off, which is what I learned. I am not happy with the bind off at all. I'm sure it works for other projects, but I don't feel like it worked well for this one. So, it's a good size shawl, and it is warm, it is soft. I used Cascade Yarns alpaca, baby alpaca. I don't remember if that has a special name, but use it in the flax colorway. So, this bind off right here is supposed to be the elastic bind off. And as you can tell, it is not elastic. It is very, very not elastic, for lack of better words. I'm really mad about that because I tried to block it and I can't, because to go out in the U shape, you can see it folding up because it's not allowing the material to do what it wants. It's restricting it because it's not elastic. So that's my rant. I'm pretty sure I did the bind off correctly. There was in the pattern there was a link to the video on how to do it, and I followed it exactly like the video. So this elastic bind off was a lot of knitting two together through the back loop, and then you put it back on your stitch and then do that. I just feel like there's probably a better bind off that I could have done, and I wish I could go back and redo it. With the knowledge I have now, I wish I could go back and be like, no, don't do that, because I mean the pain in the butt that this shawl has been, I at least wanted to get something nice. I mean, it is nice, but it could have been better. It could have been better. So yeah, done. This is my very first lace, my very first shawl. It's a lot of firsts for me, and I'm pretty excited with it, happy with it. And yeah, for all those mistakes that I've made that I've showed you, they don't really show up in the big picture, so I'm okay with that. I wore it over at my friend's house because I started getting cold, and it's rather warm. That alpaca keeps in the heat, even though it's lace, so that was nice. And I guess since it's something I've learned mixed with finished objects, I'll go ahead and share my only other finished object with you guys. It's the other sock. So I have my first pair done. These are the 4 Seasons cabled baby socks. Really long title name for that pattern. They're cabled baby socks. If you don't know, I have I have linked show notes on my blog, and I put that link in the description on my YouTube video. So if you may have to scroll down depending on how long my description is. There will be a link take to my blog, and I have linked show notes there where I link to my project page, so it'll show you the pattern, my yarn, any notes I had about it, and all my lovely pictures and whatnot. So I think they turned out about the same size. They're looking good. Oh, I was gonna say, so these are a request for 3 pairs, so I still have 2 more pairs to go. But they're not actually going to be on baby's feet. They are going to be on a pillow, and I found it, what the person I'm making these for is going to be doing with them. So I figured I would go ahead and share it. If anyone else was interested in doing this, I'll share the picture of the pillow right here. So that is kind of cool. I'm surprised because I thought they were going to be for baby's feet, but they're not. They're just a decoration. So to each their own, though. I mean, it's a lot easier making that pillow than paying for it. So, that's done. So, my works in progress. Oh man, this sweater. I'm gonna finish it on time. So this is the father's pullover sweater that I'm making in the extra large size for a friend for an ugly Christmas sweater. And I'm making it in the extra large size because he's kind of a big guy. So it's huge. I'm gonna have to back up to show you. Oh. Can I even get it all in the frame? No. This is the front. No, this is the back. But yeah, look how big this is. But I mean, he's a big guy, and I am just a little girl. So it's really big on me. But I got the back done, and I got the front done. So, well, the front's not completely done yet because the neck, you leave the stitches like this, and then you come back and you add a ribbed crew neck to it, kind of like this ribbing on the bottom. So I think that I'm gonna be finishing this sweater on time. I have to start the sleeves, which I don't think they're gonna take very long, and so I got like 2 days to finish the sleeves and put some ugly sweater applique stuff on it. So I have to give it to him before I record the next podcast, so I probably won't have it in person to share with you guys, but I'm gonna try to take pictures of it by itself if I can't get a picture from him wearing it. So that's actually a really quick project. If you're into crocheted sweaters, like I mentioned last week, I wouldn't make one for myself. I wouldn't wear one, but if you're into it, it's really quick. Most of that I did in 2 days. So, I mean, lots of crocheting all day, but I think I have only worked on it for 2 days. So that's that. Oh, and guess what is back on the needles? So I frogged the Lonely Tree shawl, and I've started it again. I think I frogged it over a month ago. And I think getting Los Lirios off the needles, I was like, all right, I'm gonna get back to that other lace shawl. And I'm actually further than I made it last time. So, woohoo! I guess show it this way. So this is the Lonely Tree shawl. I don't remember who the pattern is by, but this way. I don't know who the pattern's by, but, you know, I linked my notes. So I love this yarn. This is acrylic, so, you know, it is what it is. But it's Bernat Mosaic in the Aura colorway. This is just too cool. It is a little different because it is kind of like hand-spun yarn in the sense that it's a single ply, it's underspun in some places, it's overspun in others. It's not, I wouldn't define it as thick and thin, but it definitely varies in weight as you work through it. There are some places that are only this thick, and then there's other places that are more like this thick. Well, maybe I can show you next to each other. So, like this. It's not that much of a difference, but I don't know, I notice it. So, I'm enjoying this pattern. I wish I would have done my cast on better. You can kind of see, you know, you knit a couple rows, and this is a free pattern, so I'm not worried about giving anything away, but you knit a couple rows and then you pick up the stitches, and you can see mine are like bulky. I think I picked them up fancy on the wrong side, because I can't see it on this side, but on this side, so dang it. But I'm not going back now, and yeah, you really won't notice when the whole thing's done, so not a big deal to me. It is for myself. I plan on wearing it around my neck, and it's going to be all bright and colorful and awesome for the dark colors I like to wear and the dark winter. Most of all of my clothes are dark anyways, so actually I'm not even going to try to pretend like my winter clothes are darker, because all my clothes are dark. So that's going well. Um, so moving on to check it out. So I haven't worked on this in a while, but I wanted to share it because it kind of goes with my check it out this week. I don't even know how long ago I started this, a couple months at least. I had some blog posts earlier this year about it. I was working on this cross-stitch piece, and it's a snowman. And I don't know if the light's shining through it, so does this help? It may not even be making a difference. But yeah, so the snowman I started. It's eventually going to look like this. No autofocus? Okay, well you can kind of get the idea of them. With the Let It Snow sign, it's going to be super cute. But cross stitch is a very slow craft. So I haven't made a lot of progress on them, and I've been so busy with these projects people have asked me to make for them. I haven't been able to sit down and do something like cross stitch. But that is what my check it out is. I was browsing some new podcasts this week because I really do love watching podcasts. And I ran across Stitch Addiction and also Not a Podcast. That's with the K. K-N-O-T, Not a Podcast. I'll go ahead and link to those if you guys are interested in finding new podcasts, since I enjoy them. Maybe you would too. But they both mentioned this company, I guess you could say. It's a duo of two girls who create cross-stitch patterns, and they're called, I don't want to mess this up, the Frosted Pumpkin Stitchery. And they have a group on Ravelry where people who cross-stitch up their patterns share their pictures and talk about it and stitch together and whatnot. So it has pumpkin in the title, so they got me right there already. But their designs are also really cute. I'm gonna mess this up, so I'm warning you right now. They have kawaii designs. Kawaii. Okay, well here's the thing with that word. I have some friends that know a little bit of Japanese, and they've told me that the way that I say it, which is one of those two ways that I tried saying it, means scary. And the original word is supposed to mean little and cute. So there's a fine difference between little and cute and scary. So I'm not sure how to properly pronounce it, because I mess it up, and one of those ways is right. Kawaii. I'm not sure, but I know you know what I'm talking about. Those cute little images with the little beady black eyes, and it's where they, make food that has eyeballs, and it's really cute. So I'll go ahead and link to their website, and probably the Ravelry group as well, and check out their patterns. They're super cute. They do like stitch-alongs. So I saw on their website they have a 12 Days of Christmas stitch-along, where it is a mystery stitch-along. So they kind of show you like the idea of the whole thing, because they have a lot of samplers. So they show you the design and all the boxes, and then week 1 is already out, and then they release more designs in the following weeks, kind of like a mystery knit-along. Since it already started, and since cross stitch is so slow and I don't have a lot of time, I'm not going to be joining in, but I would love to. And like their Halloween sampler is so cute. I'm pretty sure I'm going to buy that when I have the time. But I keep telling myself, hey, look at how far you got on Snowman, so don't try to overdo it. But yeah, that's my check it out this week. So if you like cross stitching, or you're interested in maybe learning to cross stitch and you want the help of other people doing it along with you, check it out. So moving on to upcoming events. So, oh no, I don't want to skip current events. Just kidding, current events. So Nerd Wars round 2 just ended, and I got all of my projects in on time. I don't know how I managed that. I'm proud of myself, I guess I can say. And my dissertation is behind though. I went ahead and did my update and let them know where I was. I'm only a third of the way done, and I have to finish it by the end of December. So, but I think I should. I get a lot of downtime in December, so I should have a lot of time to finish it. And I've decided that I'm going to finish my dissertation before I try to complete all the challenges for the month, because it is more important for me to do that. So, but also I plan to do my Christmas knitting for the challenges this month as well, so we'll see. It won't give too much away to my viewers to say that I plan on making some hats. 'Cause you don't know what kind, but maybe expect to get a hat from me, because I got I got some hats I'm going to make for some family members. So now I can move on to upcoming events. I guess I was just really excited to say that I am for sure joining the Mystery Knit Along, the Tinta Cowl by Lily Go. And I know that because, hey, I already bought it. So it's $3 now, I think $5 after the Knit Along begins. And I bought yarn for it. I couldn't help myself, and I don't even know where it came from, but Black Friday, I was like, alright, let's check out if there's any deals online. And I started at paradisefibers.com, I think, but I ended up at Eat Sleep Knit. It's a yarn store in Atlanta, but they sell online, and they had a deal for Black Friday where after you pay and check out, well, I guess it's simultaneously, when you proceed to check out, they give you a discount anywhere between 10 and 100% off, and you don't know until they've already cleared and charged you. And I got 25% off, so that was really exciting. I ended up getting Dream in Color Smushy with Cashmere, so it's a fingering weight yarn with cashmere, as it says. And I got it in the Bronzed Lake colorway. I've already linked to it on my project page, so I'll go ahead and link to that in the show notes as well, so if you want to see what color that is, you can check it out. It's really cool. It's like a gray with like almost like a pinky tint to it, and I think there might even be like a light green tint. I plan on getting some iridescent looking beads to go with it, since this is a lace pattern with optional beads, which doesn't start till after Christmas, so I should have time to knit it, like, with the clues this time, unlike Los Lirios. And I think my problem with Los Lirios was the actual lace weight yarn. I knit that cowl out of fingering weight and it had lace in it, and I had no problem. It's just the lace weight yarn is so fine and it slips right through my fingers. And I might want to look into getting some, like, some of those pointier needles for doing, like, actual lace weight with, because I use Knit Picks interchangeable needles, and they're kind of blunt and, like, chunky. I don't know any other way to describe them, so that's something I may do. But I think that's all I got for you. Oh, I was going to show you, you know, I don't wear a lot of hand knits in the house because I'm really bad for the environment, because I use my heater and my air conditioner to keep the house the temperature I want it to be. Shame on me. But for some reason, even though I've been keeping the house at 74, my feet have been freezing. And so I've been wearing these slippers around the house. Let's see if I can show you. These guys, are they dirty? I do wear them a lot. But I love these with my little buttons. These, actually, I'll take one off and show you. These are the Crocodile Stitch Booties by Bonita Patterns. I think that's right. I'll link to it. I made them last year, and I wear them a lot. So this is the adult size. I think a lot of people make the newborn size. They're really cute. I know that picture is pretty viral with the multicolored one. So it's crochet. It is, I mean, you can button them to open them, but I don't use the buttons. As you can tell, they don't come in easy, or come open easily, because I don't use it. Because my foot does just slip it right in and out, but it opens and you can button it shut. But yeah, I don't know. I love it. It was pretty quick to make too. So I used acrylic because I'm pretty sure if this is wool, it would have felted really bad by now. I mean, it's pilled, but yeah, my slippers. But okay, that was completely random. Sorry if you didn't want to see my slippers, but I wanted to share them. But alright, I'll let you guys go, and I will see you next week.